All right, rise and shine. It's Merleworld Card Time and the Dan, the Great Curator. We are alive and back at it with Between Two Slabs. So good evening, folks. I hope you've tuned in to YouTube. Dan, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good. I'm enjoying my downtime between shows. Still coming off of that national high, but I'm gearing up for some big events coming up in the next couple weeks. Starting this week, kind of, I guess you could say. So we can definitely talk about that. But I'm definitely enjoying my time off. But lots to catch up on for sure. I feel like I haven't talked to you, even though we talked last week. I haven't because we're used to seeing each other almost every week. So it's like kind of weird, like not having that face-to-face interaction.
I know. Or I hear from you between like Daps and Eric with your Star Wars stuff, and that's about it. But not our interaction like we usually have every weekend at shows.
Yeah, are you enjoying your time off too?
Yeah, I'm getting the the neck, the robo neck. It's happening. I feel like Darth Vader, Anakin here. It's slowly in progress.
Yeah,
I meet with my doctors again tomorrow. My acupuncture. It all happens all over again this week, and then next week it goes. More procedures next week.
Okay, well.
So, but it is getting better. It's not like all tensed up like it has been at the card shows. So, all this R&R is helping it a lot. So I am feeling better.
Good.
Thanks for asking.
Before we get into topics of what's on our mind, let's go over what we have coming up in the next couple of weeks, because it's going to be a busy couple of weeks. This week is Collector Con, which is here in Long Beach.
Right.
I think I'm going to go to that. I think it's like a Pokemon focused show. That's what I hear. But Min's going to be there.
Yeah, of Graded Guard. They're going to be there. I talked to Min yesterday.
Right.
And everybody knows the Graded Guards are the colorful cases that are the rubber cases, correct? The plastic cases that go over like PSA cases and BGS. And he's also got them now for CSG. And what's the Pokemon versions of them before they became CSG? CGC, right. So they're going to be there at Collector Con. Steve, Mr. Minty, he's going to be there as well, detailing cards too, and probably a few other people. Do you know anybody else?
I don't know, but I'm sure I'll run into some people that we know there. I mean, I just kind of want to see what it's like. I don't think it's all Pokemon.
And my good friend Vanilla Ice will be there performing.
Oh, really? Awesome. Yeah. So I'll go there for a day for fun, to check it out and see what's up there. Oh, David says he's going to be there, so maybe I'll see David. I'll probably run into him. But yeah, so Collector Con is this week. Not setting up, just going to check it out. Maybe make a vlog of it. Depends, what kind of crazy stuff I see there. And then next week is the Burbank Show, which is gearing up to be a very big show. I will not be set up there. You will be set up there. So I'll just be
set up there, yes.
Yeah, I'll be hanging out with you for one day. So that's going on next week, the big Burbank Show. I'm also going on my long-awaited Galactic Starcruise in Orlando, Florida, taking off from Orlando, Florida. So I'll be going there next week. So we will actually not have Between the Two Slabs next week, because I'll be in a galaxy far, far away on Monday, Tuesday, and coming back Wednesday night. And then you are going to go to Burbank and setting up there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Right. It's a big show. I didn't know it's going to start so early.
Yeah. So unfortunately, no Between the Two Slabs next week, but we'll carry it on the following week, and we'll be doing lives, and I will be doing my own lives, and posting content throughout the week.
Correct.
So we'll keep you guys updated on all that stuff. So that's the big Burbank show, and then I think 2 weeks after that is Dallas, right? Let me look at my calendar. Is that right?
It's the weekend of the 11th, like what, the 9th, 10th, 11th?
Yeah, so 2 weeks after Burbank is Dallas, and then that's when I officially get back in the game, and we'll be setting up a Dallas show, and we'll be gearing up for that.
I will be missing Duran at the Hollywood Bowl for a Dallas show, Dan. So
well, no, seeing that you missed that one Dallas show last time and you were so upset, I think it's a fair trade-off, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But all my girlfriend is taking her cousin instead.
Okay.
For her birthday.
She doesn't want to come to Dallas with you?
I think she'd rather go see Duran
at
Hollywood Bowl.
Okay. So yeah, so that's our schedule for the next couple of weeks. And then after that, I don't even know what's going on after that. I'm looking at the calendar right now.
Maybe Delmar.
That's in October.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not planning to go to any more out of state shows for the rest of the year, except for Dallas.
Dallas, correct, and Dallas will be November.
Yeah, unless you guys really like drag me, I'm not planning to go to any more shows. But we'll see. The schedule depends.
You never know.
Yeah, you never know, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like since I haven't set up in the last what is it, 2 or 3 weeks now, I still feel content, but I'm starting to get that itch again. I'm starting to get that card show itch where I need to do some deals. You know what I mean? So I like
Toronto and Chicago's in November too, Dan. I know you want to go.
No, not going back to Toronto. I think we're banned from there. We're banned from Toronto for sure. But I am getting that card show itch, and I like that feeling of building anticipation for a card show. You know what I mean? It feels like it'll be more rewarding for me when I go to the show versus going every single week. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where we treat it like a hustle. So that might be the game plan for the rest of the year. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sometimes it feels good to do that.
Yeah, I think so. As long as Dallas continues to be the way it's been all year, I think I'd be content just going to Dallas for the rest of the year. There's only 2 more shows left anyways. There's the one in September and then one in November, I think.
Yeah, it'll be mid-November.
And then we go into the holidays. So, the year's almost done. It's crazy. Yeah.
And it's football season, man. I know,
right? Okay, so let's get into topics of what's on our mind here. A couple of things I want to talk about. I want to talk about some of these new releases that I've been seeing come out here that I've been kind of keeping track of eBay sales and things like that. First of all, let me start off by saying Star Wars. I finally got a couple boxes of the Star Wars Topps Finest. So I will be ripping. Yeah. I've got 4 boxes. Boxes.
Okay.
Courtesy of our friend James. So I've got 4 boxes. I'm going to rip probably 1 box this week. Then I'm going to take 2 boxes to the Galactic Starcruise next week. And I'm pretty sure I'm safe to say this. I will be the first one ever to do a live rip of Star Wars cards on the Galactic Cruiser in space, basically in space.
Oh my gosh.
So that's going to be a fun event. So I'll bring 2 of these boxes. I'll be ripping next week on the Galactic Cruise, and I'll have 1 left that I'll save for a special occasion.
You'll really be in space. Wow.
Yeah. It takes off from Orlando, Florida.
That's why you won't have Wi-Fi.
No, they have Wi-Fi. I mean, come on. It's the Galactic Cruise, man. It's a Galactic Cruise, Costs a lot of money. They better have Wi-Fi there. So, but anyways, top Star Wars, if you guys are paying attention, I've been paying attention. Strong sales on some of their refractors. Like I just saw a Grogu red refractor. I want to say
out of the finest.
Yeah, I want to say what went for like $700, something like
Whoa.
that, for a raw red refractor out of 5. And I've seen black refractors and different color ones, blue, green, gold. So, and superfractors. People are pulling the superfractors out of this set now and posting them on eBay for sale. So interesting, guys. Interesting. I really haven't seen any other inserts though. I don't think I've seen any sketches. Maybe somebody can correct me.
I just did a box battle with Mama Breaks on Friday afternoon on her Instagram live, and she pulled a Boba Fett sketch that was pretty cool.
Okay.
But I won my battle because I pulled an Anakin gold.
Nice.
That was really nice. I pulled a lot of cool cards out of my box.
Yeah, so I'm looking at this. It says 1 guaranteed chrome autograph or sketch per box. Okay, interesting. But one thing that they have in here that I like,
what
is they've got these Star Wars High Republic art cards. They're like what do they call them? They're art cards. I forget what they're called, but like
High Republic art cards.
High Republic, which is a comic book series, I believe.
Oh yeah.
And they've got some cool cards in there, including a Yoda, a High Republic Yoda card that I kind of want. I want that card, so I'll be hunting for that. But interesting to see that the Star Wars Finest is having strong sales right now.
I see people mentioning the die cuts are sweet. the
Oh,
finest. They have
okay.
die cut sketches too. I
Okay.
guess those are the sought after ones.
Yeah.
In these finest.
Yeah. I like this. I tell you why I've been thinking about this, because if people are buying this for they're building their collections and we're seeing strong sales because of that, that is a really good sign for the Star Wars category. I think if we see people start buying these things and try to flip them real quick and grade them and then flip them, that's probably going to be a bad sign, because who knows if they make their money back. But if we see people snatching up the really good cards for their collections, I think that's a really good sign. Because if this does well, then all the other ones, will do well after that. So we'll see. So that's one thing. The other thing I wanted to switch to is WWE Select. I've been seeing really strong sales on that the last week or two, which is cool, which is a good sign for WWE products also. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of Select personally. This is just my personal preference.
Oh, just like the sports in general, you've never liked the Select?
No, because they have that big Select logo where it's just like the Select, it just with the word Select, and it reminds me of, I don't know if you ever shopped at Safeway before, but they have like Safeway Select brand.
Yes.
Safeway Select. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of it's like a cheap off brand. That's why I never like those cards. I don't like the design. I don't like the color scheme that they used. But some of them, the pictures, the photos that they've been using of the wrestlers are really good. So those are really cool. I think I just don't collect them, but they're also going pretty strong sales. Like I think there's a Rock Gold over $2,000 right now, raw.
Whoa.
So that gives me hope for the WWE product with Panini, because once I can see what they're doing. They came out with flagship Prism. Then they came out with low end Revolution. Then they came out with their second tier product, Select.
Mm-hmm.
They're building up for that high end product, whether it's going to be immaculate, flawless, national treasures, something like that. They're building for that high end product, and I think that's going to be great when it comes out. So very, very interested to see where these Select sales go. Anything you want to add to that before I move to the next topic?
No, I can't wait to see some of it, because I mean, I love wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Watched all 3 hours of it last night of Raw.
Oh, awesome. By the way, Raw's WWE storyline, now that Triple H has taken over.
Yeah, what do you think?
I like it a lot.
Me too.
I liked it before. I wasn't like as critical, but like they did do a lot of crazy things that didn't make sense, and I didn't like how everybody was changing their names and they're getting, and wrestlers that you got invested in would get cut and things like that. But now they're bringing these wrestlers back in, they're having like nice feuds. They're having factions.
You see a lot of good variety.
Oh yeah. So I'm liking what I'm seeing on wrestling right now.
Me too.
Big fan of that.
I like it so much. Wrestling is at its best right now.
Yes. Okay. Next thing I want to talk about. Let's talk about that 86 flare rip from the National that was called out.
Yeah. Okay. You got to explain what's going on, because I've been seeing so much of it posted on YouTube, and I'm like, what the hell?
Okay. So apparently at National, Whatnot sponsored this break where they broke an 86 flare box, which those boxes go for over $100,000. I think like $100,000 to $130,000 for a sealed 86 flare basketball box. Anyways, supposedly, I mean, I can't confirm this, but because I've never ripped the box before, and I don't study it that much, but supposedly there's like a sequence to when you rip those packs. There's a numerical sequence where you can kind of predict what card is going to be pulled. And when they ripped those boxes, it was not in that same sequence. And what happened was a lot of the cards were almost in alphabetical order by last name. So that was like a red flag. And there's a lot of like hobby detectives out there that have called it out as being like a resealed box. Okay, which is problematic, because the box was also certified to be authentic and sealed by BBCE. It's that wax company that puts their logo on the box saying that it's real and untampered with. So a lot of controversy around that, and BBCE came out later on after those accusations saying that in their opinion it's still authentically sealed box. They didn't issue any like explanation or anything like that. They just said that these things are anomalies. Sometimes they happen, and that in their best opinion, that it is still a sealed box. So there's a lot of controversy going around that. I've been thinking about it lately because I just feel like I don't know. I think that people should just not be ripping these vintage boxes. You know what I mean? Because they're so rare that it just I don't know. Like if people should really be ripping these things. But then again, if you don't rip it, they could easily be faked, like this one supposedly was, right?
Yeah, somewhere down the road, somebody has to, right?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something.
I think we might have to adopt some type of procedure where sealed boxes are actually, if they're going to be authenticated as being certified seal, they got to be opened, right? You're going to have to open them. You're going to have to look through them, verify that you don't get any, shenanigans, and then reseal it. And then I think as a hobby, we have to accept that as okay. You know what I mean? Because it just seems like it's so easy to fake these sealed boxes, and there was another box that was a fake that some guy ripped at the National. It was like a 2013 basketball prism worth like 20 grand or something like that, right. 15 grand. He opened it up and there were a bunch of Austin Power cards in there.
Yes, what the hell?
But that also that didn't have a BBCE wrap, but that had the Panini wrap on it, right? So if you know how to shrink wrap, or you have a shrink wrap machine, you can get your hands on the plastic and just like rewrap these things. You know what I mean? So I think it's just too easy to fake these boxes, and it's not just the vintage; it's the new ones too, like that 2013 Panini Prism. So I don't know. I feel like we as a hobby, we might have to adopt a procedure just to like verify, like open one pack or something. You know what I mean? And then just reseal it or whatever it is, because I feel like people are getting away with too much fraud right now in the hobby. What do you think?
That's just pure evil. Yeah, I mean, whenever you have this much money involved in some kind of market, there is going to be corruption.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. It makes me sad. You know,
it is.
Like I would say don't even rip the boxes, but then like if you never rip it, you'll never truly know if it's real or not, right? So
no. And somewhere down the road, that 86 Fleer is going to be worth $1 million.
Yeah.
So the stakes are going to get higher.
You got to verify it, is what I'm saying. So like it has to be okay to verify it, is what I'm proposing here. Like, like people might say, oh, you can't open a box. If you open a box, it's not sealed anymore. But I think we're at the point where we have to maybe just like take a peek inside, make sure there's no G.I. Joe, make sure there's no like Austin Power cards in there. And then maybe we might even have to open a pack just to make sure that they're not tampered with or something like that. You know what I mean? Because I think the guy at BBCE, I don't want to beat up on the guy too much, because I have actually sent products to him to be sealed myself. Some of my old wrestling products, boxes and stuff. I don't want to beat up on that guy too much, but I feel like maybe his procedure needs an update, because it's not enough just to like check to see if the glue has been tampered with or if the seal is broken or whatever. I think he needs to get a little bit more advanced with his certification to make it worthwhile. Otherwise, I mean, I don't know. I feel like he might lose a lot of credibility in the hobby if he hasn't lost it already. You know,
this isn't the same guy who did the Logan Paul Pokemon, was it?
It is.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, so he's like the only game in town. He's the main guy that certifies all wax boxes to be sealed and packs to be untampered with. He's also the guy that grades the packs for PSA. If you grade your pack with PSA, he's also that dude. But there are other companies, like startup companies, that are doing the same thing. But who knows how like credible they are? You know what I mean? But I don't know. I feel like if I was that guy and I was like seeing what was happening, I might try to like take some steps to make it harder to fake a sealed box or something like that.
Yeah, they've actually outduped him. I mean, yeah, they can outdupe him.
That's the second time he's been duped, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so in that 86 Fleer, was there not any Michael Jordans or something? Like what was the,
I believe
even
they
though
pulled
that
one.
just one?
Maybe
Okay.
more,
Yes.
but like low grade ones. Like they graded out to be like 5 and 6s, I think.
Mhm.
You know, which is still worth like $4 or $5 grand, but the box was over $100,000. You know, so
Right.
would you make your money back? No, from that box break, no, they didn't. You know, but I mean, Whatnot doesn't care. That was like a promotion that they did.
Right.
Okay, but here's another thing. Now that we're talking about this kind of upsets me.
Okay, what is it?
Okay, so I saw a guy pull a 1952 Topps baseball pack. Okay, it was like a certified graded pack, and they cracked the grading, they cracked the slab, and they opened it, and they sold it as a break. Okay, at the National.
So it was a graded pack of 52 Topps.
Yes.
And he wanted to open it, so they had to open up the graded slab.
Yeah,
correct?
they sold it as a break. So
Okay.
so the pack itself, and somebody posted this on Instagram, so you can actually watch it. But I think there's 6 cards in that pack.
Okay.
And supposedly they said the pack itself unopened is like 20 grand. 20 grand.
Woo.
Okay. So they sold these 6 cards in a break for like, I think the guy said they sold it for like 6 grand a spot.
Oh wow.
Okay. So when I do that math,
each card was $6,000.
yes, and there was no good cards that get pulled out. It was a waste of money. But they were chasing the mantle. That's what they were doing. They were chasing the 52 mantle. So when I look at that, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, this pack goes for like 20 grand, and they're selling these spots for like 6 grand a piece. I mean, man, that just like it just seems like such a waste of money to me, you know, for these people to pay.
That's some high rollers. Definitely.
I know, right? I know. Like, so I'm not a big fan of that. No, nothing against breakers or anything like that, because most breakers are not like, they're not making that much of a margin on those things. But man, that just seems like total waste of money. So I don't know. I was thinking about that too. I saw that on Instagram. I didn't think it was the best use of funds to be ripping a 52 Topps pack, you know? Okay. Anyway, so let's move on from that.
Good Lord.
Another thing I've been thinking about lately, I've been going to Disneyland a lot now, because my daughter, she's becoming old enough where she like really likes Disneyland and stuff. So we've been going to Disneyland.
How old is she now?
2.5.
2.5. Okay.
Yeah. So she likes the princesses and all that stuff.
And you live very close, just right down the street.
Yeah. So it's convenient for us. So we've been going to Disneyland, and when I'm walking through the park, I'm just like, I'm seeing things from a collectible investor point of view. You know what I mean? I'm looking around, I'm saying, okay, oh, people are buying a lot of Star Wars stuff, right? Oh, people buying a lot of Toy Story stuff or Mickey Mouse things, you know what I mean? And I'm just thinking to myself, okay, where's the opportunity? What kind of cards do they make of Toy Story, for example, or Star Wars or whatever, right? I'm just looking at these opportunities. And the more I go to Disneyland and the more money I see people spend there, and the more production that I see put behind these IP brands that they own, the more I'm convinced that I need to go deeper into Disney collectibles. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh.
Like investment grade collectibles, not like a plush toy or a t-shirt or action figure.
Right. Yeah.
Like art, original pieces, you know, PSA cards, autographs, things like that. I don't know. I just feel like there's some opportunity there. So I'm definitely looking more into that lately. And kind of excited to kind of dive down that rabbit hole. You ever thought about that?
Oh, all the time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm always thinking about stuff like that. I'm a collector myself, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I think, you know, there might be some opportunities there. So you might be hearing me talk a lot about Disney stuff in the next couple of months. Who knows?
And like I said, you know, I've told you, like, you know, 50 years from now, will that stuff still be there? Was that park still going to be there? Are those characters still going to be there?
Yeah.
Will children and families still be buying merchandise of the stuff at the park?
You know what really got me is I went into this this show. It's a musical show, right? Okay. and they're playing these songs from all those 90s Disney animated movies, the stuff that I watched as a kid, like Lion King, Aladdin, whatever else they had back then. I can't remember, but like they were playing those songs, and that was 30 years ago. And they're playing it for kids today, and the kids today love it now.
Right.
So that stuff is like multi-generational, that the IP that they have there. And I'm thinking to myself, oh man, okay. All right, let me look into this. What kind of products, what kind of like cards and collectibles do they make of these things that I can try to see if I can get my hands on before they become really mainstream? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, that's just something kind of fun that I'm kind of looking into right now. Anything you want to add to that?
No, yeah. Even if you go to like Universal Studios, it's the same thing.
Yeah, with Warner Brothers stuff, Simpsons stuff, things like that, Harry Potter,
Exactly.
like all that. That's what I'm looking into right now. Like I'm looking for strong IPs to get invested in, especially over the weekend when they had that whole fiasco with Fernando Tatis. He got suspended for 80 games, and everybody's talking about like how his cards go way down in value because of that what happened to him. And I'm just thinking to myself, man, it's so risky to speculate on young players today. You know what I mean? It's risky to speculate on young players. It's legends, are not as relevant as they should be in today's collector's market. So like where can I go that has like broad mainstream appeal, but that has a lot of, that would be a safe investment? And I look at stuff like that and I just think to myself, okay, that's why pop culture is working so well for me right now. Like we talk about Star Wars, Marvel, wrestling all the time, right? Because that's the stuff that we love. But if we really dive deep into it and we look at all pop culture, I mean, Simpsons, Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, what else is out there? Lord of the Rings, all these TV shows. Stranger Things. I mean, there's a lot of opportunity out there for these cards that are really overlooked right now. So I don't know, man. I feel like I need to do a lot of research and see where I want to go with my next move. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm, definitely.
But still, talking about Star Wars, I still love Star Wars, and I'm in the Galactic, whatever they call it. What do they call it? I forget what they call it at Star Wars. The Galactic something, right? But there's no Star Wars cards anywhere in Disneyland. It just amazes me how like they can have pretty much every product you want. They have like household products, clothes, toys, movie replica props, all sorts of crazy stuff, but they don't have cards yet.
Yeah, you think they would sell the cards there or cross promote them.
Right. Maybe they can't get it. Maybe they can't get any allocation of this stuff. I don't know. But maybe
doesn't make any sense.
Maybe Disneyland has to have their own exclusive set of cards or something like that. But I feel like that's a big missed opportunity. So if anybody from Disney executive group is watching here, you guys need to put some Star Wars stuff in, or Star Wars cards. I think
there would be like a big display area right there in the middle of the gift shop.
Right. So I don't know. I think if we keep pushing this movement, maybe we'll get them to do it. Who knows?
Oh, and doesn't it like a new show start like in another week or two?
I think Andor. Andor, yeah. Which I think I didn't understand why that show was significant until I saw like a extended preview of it or something like that. So I think that's going to be like it's going to tell the story of like the politics behind the Empire, right? It's going to feature a lot of senators from the Galactic Senate, and they're going to be talking about like how they did like maneuver, like how they did like political moves behind the scenes to maneuver around the Empire. I don't know. It looks like it's going to be like a spy thriller.
Yeah, it does. It does have a kind of a thriller kind of feel to it.
Yeah, so that's going to be really cool when that comes out. Okay, let's move on from this. All right, last thing I want to talk about here. In my downtime, I've been trying to reorganize, or actually, I shouldn't say reorganize, but get my inventory organized. And I've been using this beta app called Magpie. We work with them.
Yes.
Magpie. It's not something that we can really talk about a lot on the show, but they basically Magpie. They're they're trying to build this inventory app, and they're asking for certain people to get feedback. So I've been messing around with it, right? And it just makes me really want to stress the importance of having an organized inventory with your cards, right? Because I'm like looking at some of my cards. I'm like, what did I pay for this? I don't remember. How did I get this? I got this in a trade, and I'm trying to look through my photos that I take at the shows and stuff, and I'm trying to put these things together, and I'm like, oh man, it's just a big mess. It's a big mess, and I feel like the next level for us and other people that want to buy, sell, and trade on a regular basis, right? Is we need to get organized with our inventory. We need to have everything labeled, everything documented in terms of when we bought it, how much we bought it for, or what we traded the trade value for, and things like that. And I think the Magpie app, it's not there yet, but it's getting there, where it can be very helpful to get people organized or force people to get organized, things like that. But if you guys are out there and you haven't like really written anything down with your inventory or anything like that, I would encourage you guys to do it, because it's hard. It's hard when you amass a lot of inventory and then you try to go back and figure everything out and you forget. So it's better if you guys can get organized from the start and just kind of be disciplined and keep everything, documented, throughout the whole process. How about you? How do you organize your stuff? I don't think I've ever asked you about that.
All through Excel sheets.
Yeah. Does that work pretty well for you?
It does. It does what it does. Yeah. But I've been starting on the Magpie. I have so much more than you do. So it does something like that. It will help me. I need to now sit down and finish what I started. Most definitely.
Yeah. Definitely important. I think that gets overlooked sometimes. So I think I'm pretty glad that we've had the last couple of weeks where we haven't really been doing much. That we can kind of look into this and just kind of get organized going forward. But anyways, that's my tip to you guys. Okay. Anything else? Anything on your mind you want to talk about?
No, I'm just excited to get ready for Burbank next week. I've had a lot of cards I haven't really moved that are great cards. I told you yesterday I kind of shot some video footage that I'll probably have ready by next month when all of them come back to me. I cracked a bunch of HGA, BGS that didn't have subgrades, and CSG cards that have not moved in the past, like literally year, that are great cards that should have sold that have not moved, because I think they're in those cases. Yeah. So I just spent all day yesterday just cracking tons of cards. I mean a lot, Dan. So it's going to make great content probably in the next month or two. Awesome. I saw what Jeff Wilson did, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do that too. Yeah. So I recorded it all. So hopefully they'll come back in a positive way. Hopefully they'll come back 9s and 10s, or better grades than they were, or the same. Yeah. Hopefully not worse. That's for sure. Hopefully not worse. Yeah.
Even if you don't get a grade bump, I think it will be easier for you to move the PSA slabs than the other stuff.
Yeah, I don't want them to come back, 2 grades worse. That's for sure.
Yeah. I've got this larger than life Darth Vader wave refractor. That is a great card, but it's in an HGA slab. Yeah. And it might as well be invisible. You know what I mean? If it was raw, it would sell better. If it was in PSA, it would sell at a premium. But because it's in that HGA slab, it just gets overlooked so easily.
I know, right?
Yeah. So I'm definitely going to be cracking that one myself. Turn it in. Okay, let's go into mail days before we get into comments. Anything you want to show off?
No, I haven't got any of my mail day stuff back this week.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've got a few things here. I haven't really been buying a lot lately, but I have got a couple cool things that I want to show off here. Okay, so first of all, I am working on a Star Wars top index, very, very top secret. I can't really explain to you guys what it is right now, but part of my research is I bought these books, these reference books, where basically it's the entire Star Wars series, vintage, 77 to 83. So I can kind of like study the cards and pick out which ones I really like. So I got that one, and I got one for the original Galaxy series, that's pretty. Galaxy series 1, 2, and 3. So this is pretty cool.
Books on it. Wow.
Yeah, I'm doing research, guys. I'm doing research for sure. So I got this. You can get these on Amazon. They're not that expensive if they have them in stock. But this is pretty cool. So working on a big project there, and I'll tell you guys about that in the future. Oh shoot, I did get 4 of these Topps Finest boxes, which I'll be ripping. Maybe I'll even rip one tonight. We'll see, guys. We'll see. Got that. And then this right here. This is probably my favorite item that I picked up lately. It is an actual silver Beskar bar, 10 ounces of silver, minted. This came from actual mint. Okay. I think it's in New Zealand or something, like the New Zealand mint. But this is 10 ounces of silver in the shape of a Beskar bar, guys. I'm investing in precious metals now in the form of Beskar bars. So this is pretty cool. You can find these on eBay, but they seem to hold their value pretty well. Sometimes you can find a deal if somebody has like a best offer. That's how I got this.
Oh, wow.
But these are pretty cool. I am in search of more of these. If you guys bring me this in Dallas, I will do a deal with you. I will take silver Beskar bars as payment.
And accept silver Beskar bars.
Yes, and I will pay full comp. Note. I will give full comp credit on this, or maybe not full comp, but strong comp credit for this. Okay, so bring me your Beskar bars because I need to fill up my Camtono case. Okay, I need to fill up the Camtono case with the Beskar bars so I can reenact that scene from Mandalorian season 1.
My gosh.
That is like my goal right now, to reenact that scene.
Oh my goodness. Dan's gonna get lost in Star Wars and never come back.
Okay. Anything else you want to show off before we get into comments here?
No. I don't have much anything.
I've got something that bends my corner, but I'm in a good mood right now. I don't want to talk about it unless somebody riles me up, and then I'll get into it. Okay?
Don't get them riled up, folks.
Okay. So let's get into let's say hi to some people here.
Let's do. Oh, Emmanuel, what's up, buddy? Let's get all the emojis popping up. What's up, David Campos, LA card guy? I should be at Collecticon on Saturday. You just gonna hang out and check it out?
Okay. I'll probably see you there. That's probably the day that I'll go.
TJI Sean, very excited for the Burbank show. I'll be there all 4 days, boys. Woo, boy.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, that's Big Sean.
Big Sean. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Haven't seen him.
It is good. Okay. Ryan Sanford. Hey, guys. My favorite part of Tuesday. Thank you, Ryan. Blade. What about Dallas September? Dude, we'll be there.
Yeah, we never miss Dallas. Dallas is the best show in the country. National aside, the national is its own category. It's its own category. But the best show so far that we've been to, out of all the shows that we've been to this year, is Dallas for sure.
Yeah, we have to keep our table too.
Yeah, Dallas. So here's how it works at Dallas. If you guys don't know, if you want to be in the main room, you gotta basically be on their list, and you move up based on seniority, right? So like if they give you a table in the main room, and you're like in the corner or you're in the far back, in order for you to move up to more prime real estate, you basically gotta sweet talk them, right? And go to their show multiple times, and they'll move you around. And when you find a spot that you like, you keep it. It's prime real estate. Even if you don't go, you send somebody in your place to just take the table, and then they reserve it for you before they leave the show. Otherwise, you'll lose your spot. And if you lose your spot, it sucks. It sucks. And if they put you in the other room, like they have what they call the Starlight room, which is like on the side. If you go to that room, it sucks. Everybody that I know that's in that room, they hate it. They all want to be in the main room. So that's why we have to like always make sure that we're going to go to Dallas. As long as that show continues to be the way it is, we can't give up our spot because it's too good. We've got the best spot. We're right in front of Dallas card investors, so we get a lot of foot traffic. We're right next to the restrooms, so it's very easy for us to kind of leave our table for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Yep.
Right next to the exit door, and it's very easy to find us. It's a great spot. So come see us in Dallas if you guys haven't come to. And if you guys are going to Dallas, come see us. And if you've never been to Dallas, come to the show because Leo, the head of their marketing department, he told me that their 2 biggest shows of the year are May, which I would agree. May was a great show for me, and September, he said.
September.
The show after Nationals is supposed to be really big. So if you haven't done so already, and you can, if you can get away for a little bit, try to go to the Dallas show in September. You will not be disappointed.
It's like Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah, but you got to go for multiple days. You got to go for multiple days, guys.
September. GC or Denver? Denver is like next week, isn't it? Same time as Burbank.
I don't know. A lot of people have been asking me to go to the Denver show, but I don't know. Have you talked to anybody that's gone to the Denver show?
No, but I think my buddy Scott and Dave are going to that.
Okay, let's see what they say
about
it, because I've heard mixed reviews about that show. To be honest, I don't think it's a big show. I think it's like 250 tables.
Right.
Which is not big.
Next week.
Yeah, which is not big for us guys. We're used to like 350 to like 500 tables. That's kind of like our sweet spot. But yeah, we'll have to talk to Scott and Dave and see what they say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Joseph, Dion show in the Bay Area, September 24th to 25th. Really good show.
I don't know which one is that. Is that the one? If that's the one in the mall, I'm not going to go to that one. I don't like mall shows. Mall shows are very difficult for me. I've always had like bad results when I go to mall shows. Plus, I'm not a
Dion show.
Yeah, I'm not afraid to. I'm not ashamed to say this, but I am scared to go up to the Bay Area right now because of all the crime that they have. So I will not be going to that show.
503 trading cards, Dan the man. 503 trading cards again. Smash the like button, everyone. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, this is my friend Matt from Portland.
Hey, Matt from Portland. It doesn't matter which channel you're on. Please do it for both of us. David Campos. The die cuts are pretty sweet as well in the finest. Did you score some already, David?
Yeah. He's talking about the Topps finest right there.
Bazooka Tom. Any more word on the Galaxy Series 2?
So I've been setting my my Google updates and I'm trying to see if I can get any news. I have not heard anything yet, but they got to come out with it, right? I mean, with the success of Series 1 Chrome and all the buzz that's kind of like reinvigorated the life of Star Wars cards, they got to come out with Series 2 at some point, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see when that happens. But I mean, time is running out at the end of the year. Our time is running out this year, so I don't know if they'll come out with it this year or not. We'll see.
I know.
The interesting thing to see will be what happens to Series 1 prices if Series 2 comes out, right? Like if Series 2 comes out and they have this crazy chase card that everybody's going after, what does that do to the prices of Series 1s? Does that make it more expensive or less expensive? I'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Michael Tom, good evening, Dan and Merle. Thank you, Michael. Good evening to you. Ed Ram with Merlin. What's up, buddy? Raymond Ching, Select is the best set of the wrestling. I think he's talking about, right?
What do you think? Have you even seen it?
No, I haven't. I'm excited to see it. I knew it was coming out this week, but I really want to check it out.
I mean, it's a good set. I mean, I don't like Select for my own reasons, but the pictures that they've used and some of the inserts and things like that they've created for that set, I think are pretty cool.
And how much are the boxes going for? Do you even know?
I have no idea. Yeah, no idea. But
I mean, Select is expensive,
Yeah. Unfortunately, though, still sticker autos on those cards, which I wish they would. I wish they wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? Because
we're past the pandemic. They could have gotten on card autos for the Select.
I mean, I feel like they know where the wrestlers are going to be. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, right. They're in the arena.
Yeah,
they're all in the arena. They're all the same place.
I feel
like they're all in different cities.
They could get the cards signed in person if they want. They don't need to use stickers. You know what I mean? And like
Panini could have gotten a representative to fly to like whatever city they're at.
Yeah, and wrestlers at the events, they sign autographs all the time for their merchandise and all this stuff and photographs. So it's not like they don't have time to sign these things. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Oh, I didn't know it was stickers. Mm-hmm. CV Sports Cards. Adrian, what's up, man? What's up, fellas? How's your day going? Pretty good. How's yours? Andrew, good evening, guys.
Look at this guy.
And Raymond, I also like private select products at grocery stores.
That's what
are fire, tastes great, and cheaper house brand.
Yeah, he's talking about Safeway Select. That's what I think about. That's what I think about when I see Panini Select with their logo. If you Google like Safeway Select, you'll see the logos come up. They looks just like the Select Panini logo. So I don't know. I just can't get that out of my head.
Well, the Select brand's been around for like over 30 years.
Panini Select?
No, just Select, the
so yeah,
brand Select. Yeah,
yeah,
the
yeah.
card brand before
Yeah.
even Panini took it over.
Let me see it.
Ed Ram, I pulled a Roman Reigns green, number to 5, and a relic card of Reigns. WWE is on fire. Wow. I'd like to see those, man. Axel C, what up, guys? My first time formally setting up was this weekend at the Big Apple Trading Show. Thanks again for the encouragement of getting out there, thinking about heading to Dallas. That's awesome, man. How'd you do, Axel?
Yeah, I would say if you guys definitely, if you're going to be in the hobby, at some point you need to set up a table at a show. It doesn't matter how big the show is, you just need to do it. It's kind of like a rite of passage. If you want to get like that stripe on your shoulder, you gotta set up a table and experience being on the seller side. It's a lot of fun. I would encourage everybody to do it. I put out some helpful videos on tips on how to price your cars, how to sell things and things like that. So you can check that out. But good to hear Axel had fun, and good to hear that hopefully you did well. And, you know, maybe if you can make your way to Dallas, I would definitely encourage it.
Yeah, and we met Axel. He's a very social, outgoing guy, so I'm sure he did very well. Joe Champagne, need your opinion. Going to National next year, flying in, going to National all day, and flying out that night. What day should I plan to be there? Thanks.
Man, okay. I'm going to give you three options, okay, depending on what your goals are.
Yeah.
Option number one, if you want the best cards, okay, the pick of the litter, the cherry pick 'em, you got to go on preview night, Wednesday or Thursday, whatever day you can get in. I would say Thursday. You can go Thursday, okay? If you're only going to go one day.
Yeah. That's
so
a full day. Yeah, if you want the full day, because preview is not a full day; it's just 4 hours.
So go Thursday, because then you'll be the first one. And Thursday you can get really good deals because people are just trying to break the ice on their cards. Okay. If you want to see the biggest spectacle, you go on Saturday. That's when they're going to have the most people. It's crazy. That's when they do the most giveaways for all the corporate booths and things like that. But it will be jam packed.
Yes.
And then if you want the best deals, go on Sunday, because that's when people are trying to offload inventory and they're more flexible in their pricing. But a lot of people do leave early on Sunday. Yeah. So you might not get the best cards.
Yeah, and things may be cherry picked already.
Yeah. So that's my answer to you. But if you can, you should go the whole time. Okay.
Yeah, right.
If you're gonna spend the money to go out there, go the whole time. Otherwise, you're gonna have major FOMO, because it's gonna be so much fun. Okay. And you need to be there for trade night too, Joe. It's not just the show all day, but you got to be there for trade night too.
Sam Bartola, what's up? What's up, man? Mr. TD, I was on Lootbox stream asking for TGC. We're gonna see you on there soon.
Maybe. You know, I mean, I did a deal with Andrew. That is Jin. At the National, and he said that he wanted to work on some content, so we'll see. But I did tenderize him pretty good. So
gin and juice.
Yeah, okay. I like to refer to Gin and Juice as the more famous, better looking version of me and you. It's like an Asian guy. So they're definitely more famous, and than us. Who knows? Maybe we could do a box break or a box battle with them or something like that. Let's see.
What we got next? Raymond Ching, and not because you want to promo the Walt card. We're talking about the Walt Disney card.
Yeah. Of course I want to promote that card, man. I'm heavily invested in that card. I'm going to show it off.
That's the 31 Walt Disney card, right?
Yeah, I don't have it around me here.
Okay,
but,
but you've got how many do you have now?
Just two.
Just two. Okay, yeah. You sold a few then.
No, I don't. I've only.
I thought you had several.
Well,
I thought that
of the 1931, his first card, I only have two of those. I had another one that I sold to Brian.
Okay.
So that's it. You know, it's not like I'm sitting on a stack of those or anything like that. But they had the Walt Disney statue at Disneyland, so I brought the card and I kind of.
I saw that. I saw that.
So I thought that was cool.
Trader Griff, gentlemen, nice to see you. What's up, buddy? Are you going to come to Burbank?
Hopefully, I bet you he'll be there for sure.
Okay. Sports and Heroes Collector. I can already hear AIH formulating a pump topic to talk about in his next vlog.
I can, yeah. Well, you know,
Regarding about what now though?
Yeah,
Still
to
Star
his
Wars.
credit, I have not heard from that guy in a long time, so I think he moved on to a different topic. But yeah, that would be hilarious if anybody said that any of us were trying to pump and dump Disney, like as if like nobody cares about Disney, right?
Disney, yes. David, Disney popcorn buckets are big collectible items. Oh, they are. Wow.
Yes. You know,
pump and dump buckets.
you know, they have yeah, he's not joking about that. They have like all sorts of different shaped buckets, like princess, stagecoaches, and
oh my gosh.
they, like, I was there, they had a Thor hammer version, and they've got like these ones that hold drinks. So like there's Iron Man's glove and things like that. All sorts of crazy merchandise there, but people collect that stuff for sure.
Oh my gosh, where do you have room to put all your popcorn buckets?
See, here's the thing. All these people, here's another thing, okay? All these people, they collect all this different type of merchandise, right? And you know, there's just not enough room to display it, because if you hold like toys, posters, you know, popcorn buckets or whatever, they take up a lot of space, right? Wait until these people understand how little real estate these cards take, right? Once you get into this, it's so much easier to be a collector, because all you really need is like a couple Zion cases, and you can have a whole collection stored, like, you know, within a closet, basically, right? So that's another selling point of collecting cards. They take up a lot less real estate.
Raymond Ching, you know what the number one IP is? Pokemon.
That is true. That is true. I saw in an article, like if you compared all the major IP brands in the world, like Star Wars, Marvel, Disney, Pokemon is number one in terms of sales, and number one in terms of how long they've been around, and how much they've made in sales relative to the time they've been around. So it's pretty crazy. Pokemon is its own crazy thing, for sure.
I'm surprised Disney hasn't bought it yet.
Who knows, man? I mean, who knows? That would be a crazy acquisition.
And why isn't there a Pokemon amusement park around here in Southern California?
Oh yeah, huh? I bet. Is there a Pokemon? There's got to be a Pokemon land in like Japan or something like that, right?
Goodness. I have to go there and play Pokemon Go.
I might be planning a trip to Asia at the end of the year, or early next year. So I might go to like Japan and Korea, and I might hit the stores out there. We'll see. I might go card hunting out there. I think it'd be fun.
I haven't even got back to playing Pokemon Go yet. I've played it religiously. Relax outdoors. Nice to see you guys again. Do you plan to come to any shows in Florida in the future? Are we located here? Maybe, you know, you never know. There's a big one.
I don't think there's any. What are the big shows in Florida? I haven't even heard of it.
I know. Well, that's Brian, since he's from Tampa.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, Florida is like a long journey to get out there, but who knows? If there's a really good show, we'll see. But I want to hear about this Pokemon Go. So you used to play Pokemon Go a lot?
No, I still do. Since we've traveled, I've slowed down, because I have, big meetup groups. We will, walk up and down, Hollywood Boulevard, and just, hit all the legendary raids and, community days on Saturday and Sunday. But since I was gone Saturday and Sundays, I don't have community days anymore. I don't have to meet with my meetup groups. And I even go to like all my friends, Pokemon friends parties, and, Christmas parties and everything. I've gone to Pokemon weddings.
Fascinating. Pokemon weddings.
Ooh, well, my friends I met from, the Pokemon meetup groups.
I had no idea you were into that world.
Yeah, just Pokemon Go. I don't collect the cards though.
Yeah.
So too much for me.
So, but when we travel, to these shows across the country, how come you're not like looking for Pokemon in these different areas?
I have, but you haven't seen me do it as much. I've kind of slowed down, because you have me so worn out about cards. I'm just too beat to even play Pokemon Go. That's how much you have worn me out.
This is interesting. Who knew Merlin was a master trainer? Huh?
Yeah, I'm like level 43, man.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a top level?
I don't know. No, it just keeps on going, man. Never ends. Pokemon Go never ends.
Interesting. Okay. CV
but I need to get back at it. What's up, CV Sports Cards? If they don't own it, Disney, they won't promote it. I believe it. Look at all the great books that came out. the Throne trilogy, and others because they didn't want to pay royalties. They didn't make those movies. But how about the cards, dude?
That's an interesting point. I think he's talking about the cards, like
right.
Maybe they won't get as much profit from Topps or something like that. David also has an interesting point here about why there's no cards there.
I think Topps can't afford to be a product within a Disney property. That's true.
Yeah, interesting. I feel like they need to integrate it though. They need to have their own brand or something like that, so that they can have some cards in there. Because I think that's a definitely big missed opportunity.
True.
Let's see here. Sorry, guys. I'm just screening through these here.
Stock jockey, silver, the most undervalued asset on earth.
He's talking about
your
my
bars.
Beskar bar here, guys. My Beskar bar.
This Beskar bars.
Just a side note. I don't want to make this a gold and silver channel here, but I definitely think it's worth having a little bit of precious metals in your portfolio for sure.
From the bench, do you see the Marvel fans coming back around to PMGs again after a bit of a lull with the new Spider-Man metal release? Good question. Dan, what's going on? And when is the release of the Spider-Man metal?
Supposedly the end of this month, in like 2 weeks. Supposedly. Okay. This is very interesting. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens with the Marvel market here. First of all, Marvel PMGs are still very highly collectible. Okay. They're just not, transacting, the values are not climbing like they were before because I think a lot of people are getting into them to flip.
Okay.
And what happens was that basically Golden Auctions, I'm going to put the blame on Golden Auctions for this. They flooded the market with PMGs and they've been doing it for the last 5 months. Even right now, there's 80 PMGs on Golden's website at this current auction. Every month.
God, I didn't even know there was that many to be.
Yeah, every month or that they do it, they drop 80 to 100 PMGs. So
how does Golden get that many?
Somebody has it. I think somebody's liquidating a collection. Okay, if we can put on our conspiracy hats for a little bit here, okay? I think it's safe to talk about this because it's not that current anymore. But okay, this is what I think happened. I think that PMGs started to climb in value, right? And before they started to really climb in value, there was a small group of collectors that hoarded the PMGs. I know some of these guys. They hoarded the PMGs. They had hundreds of them. A small group of 10 to 20 people had hundreds of PMGs. They basically own the entire market.
Right.
And what I think happened is they probably sold off large collections of their PMGs and they got them graded. And the people that bought these large collections, I think that they're keeping the best cards, the PSA 9s, the PSA 10s, the low number green, purple, and golds. And I think that they're liquidating all the other ones, the blues, the reds, the bronze, all that stuff, the low grades, the 6s, the 7s, 8s, things like that. They're doing it for whatever purpose they're doing it. Maybe they want to clear up some funds so that they can go after the really big cards. But I think that's what's happening with the PMG market right now. So we are not going to see any probably renewed interest in that until the prices stabilize and the prices either hold the value or go up again, because they're just too volatile right now because there's just so many of them on the market right now. But I think that when the Spider-Man set comes out, I think that set in itself is going to be red hot when that comes because those cards look really awesome. They're going to have all these great characters in it. I think that they changed the style a little bit. They changed the color palette. With the X-Men 2020 that came out, those PMGs look different than previous PMGs, which everybody loves. They look a little bit like the red ones, for example. They're pink, right? They're like a pastel color PMG. Okay, but I think the Spider-Man PMG they listened to the feedback and they made it more vibrant. They made it look like the older PMGs.
Okay,
so I think that set in itself will be red hot. I hope that a lot of people are able to pre-order that and get their boxes so that they can rip it themselves. Because if we see all the breakers rip those boxes for the first 2 weeks, it's going to shoot the price way up, just like it did with WWE Prism. It's going to shoot the price way up on those boxes. And then people are going to dump it on eBay, trying to be first to market. They're going to get them graded, try to be first to market. you're going to see really skyrocket high prices, but then you're going to see things come down a lot. So, so I hope that if you can, try to pre-order your boxes, get your own product. Don't feed into that breaker system, because that's going to like create a lot of volatility in the market. But I definitely think that product's going to be red hot. I think that's going to renew a lot of interest, and I would not be surprised if I saw a pop in the PMG market based off of that.
I can imagine.
But just remember that as long as you have auction houses like Golden putting 100 PMGs every month in their auctions, you're going to have like extreme volatility. So that's my long-winded answer on that. You want to add anything to that yourself?
Yeah, that's just ridiculous. I mean, you don't even see that many on eBay, really.
Yeah. It's all about supply and demand, guys. You know, if like the demand is there, but the supply just overtakes it, right? So, that supply has to dry up before people will start buying that stuff again. Okay.
So the release of the Spider-Man metal, you think that'll make Marvel hot again, and all the across the board?
Yeah, I mean, Marvel is still really hot. I just don't talk about it as much because I'm so focused on Star Wars, but I'm still buying Marvel cards here and there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I'll show you. Well, no, I'm not gonna show you that, but it's still a hot product, and it's still a great niche category to be in. It's just that market went up so quickly, right? And people weren't prepared for it, and all the flippers got into it, and they did their thing, and then they just flooded the market with too much of the cards, of the PMG specifically. But
Gotcha.
PMGs are not the only card that holds value from that category, from the Marvel category, right? There's so many cards out there that people haven't even looked into. And once they get the proper exposure, then you'll see Marvel get red hot again.
Okay, good.
Even some of the 90s stuff is holding value and climbing. I think.
Oh, yeah.
The PSA 10s of the Marvel metal, 95 metal, the 92, 93, 94 masterpiece.
I saw that. Yeah.
The PSA 10s, those things are still going for hundreds of dollars, and some of them are going, hitting that $1,000 mark.
No, yes, I saw some that recently just sold for like $1,000 recently.
Yeah, so definitely worth paying attention to. Okay, let's move on from this here.
Feed the gods. Good evening, gents. I want all the smoke, drama, or else. Ha ha ha. Thanks, Aaron.
What's he talking about?
Bazooka Tom, I'm setting up at Denver. Let us know how it is, Tom. Is it next week?
Yeah, when is the Denver show?
I think it's the same time as Burbank Card Show.
Oh, here we go.
The Denver show is the biggest one they have all year, I'm sure. But I think it's not this weekend, the weekend after.
I don't know. I talked to a couple people. They said that it was just okay, but who knows? Maybe we might have to go to. I like the city of Denver. I wouldn't mind going back out there.
I like Denver. I like the people. It's a great place. Prodigy Card Collector. I am setting up at the Del Mar Card Show in October. First time. Can't wait. Awesome, dude. A Bazooka Tom, I think Series 1 will always be Star Wars Gold. And I think he's talking about the Galaxy Chrome, right?
This is why I bought this book, because I'm looking through this book to see what I think are the key cards from this set that have not been made in Series 1 Chrome. And if those get picked for Series 2, I think that might impact which set is considered the best. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you look at Galaxy Series 1, I would say Series 1 is not a great collection of cards. I would say Series 2 is better than Series 1 of regular Galaxy. But that's
the regular Galaxy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's my personal opinion. But it's fun to have that debate and to see. Like this card right here. I just pulled this out. I don't know what series this is.
You just threw it in the middle.
Can you see that?
No, you're moving it so fast. Oh, the one with Vader and Luke.
Yeah.
Fighting.
Now imagine this is Chrome, and imagine this is a Superfractor with an all gold background.
Right.
How awesome would that look, right?
Nice.
So that wasn't in Series 1. So when are they going to make that one? You know what I mean? So
and how many Galaxy series were there? How many boxes did they make?
I think there's like 8 series.
There was 8 of them?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, so they got a lot of cards that they can draw on, So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Very interesting.
They made 8 series of them. Wow. Joseph Crum, what's the next upcoming Star Wars products you guys are going to try to target? We're excited for. Well, the Finest just came out, and of course, we're always looking forward to this Chrome Galaxy whenever it comes out again. Yeah, but Finest right now, it just came out 2 weeks ago when we were at the National.
Yeah, I think Finest is pretty cool, but we'll see. I want them to come out with a high end product though, like the Stellar Signature Series again or something like that. I think that'd be
right.
Cool. I need a Pedro Pascal auto. I'm still pissed off that I didn't get it in Chicago, that I waited and somebody bought it out from under me. I'm still upset about that because I've never seen one since. So I need one of those. I need a product that has a on card Pedro Pascal auto.
Oh, speaking of, did you send in your redemption for the Rosario Dawson?
Not yet. I have to.
Dude, send it in, man.
Know, right?
Or I'll take it. Give it to me. Okay. I'll send it in myself.
I don't know. Should I sell it? Should I just sell the
redemption? Redeem it, man.
Get it? Okay.
Yes.
Right. I'm gonna do it. All right.
I'll buy it from you and I'll redeem it. How much you want for it? Jason, how many of the Galaxy refractors are still to be opened from the actual boxes? How many of the superfractors are out there?
I think he's talking about superfractors.
Yeah, superfractors.
Because every pack has one base refractor, and every box has like 3 to 5 numbered refractors in there, I would say.
Yeah.
So of the superfractors, I mean, we were talking about this in our Superfractor Club chat, which I'm not even sure. Are you still part of that?
Yes, always, man. By heart, man. Come on.
If you guys don't know, Merlin did sell his superfractor. He currently does not have a superfractor, so he is an alumnus of the club.
Dude, I'm the one who started all this. I own the very first one, man. Come on, give me a break.
He sold them all, guys. He sold them all.
I had the Kurosawa, man. Yeah, come on. I'm the one who found the Kurosawa.
Okay, I'll give him credit for that. I think we were talking about this. We were like hypothesizing that maybe there's like 3 that have still not been claimed yet, right? I know I haven't seen them all for sure, but I have seen a good amount of them out there. So I don't know. There's 100 cards in the set. If you don't count the 20 like inserts like the Mandalorian Vision, the poster cards, if you don't count those,
the vintage toy cards,
right? There's 100 base cards in that set, and I know I have not seen all 100 superfractors. So I think they're out there for sure. And it'll be interesting to see if people start ripping these boxes and pulling them. But the boxes are becoming very, very hard to find too. So I don't even know how many are out there. But guys, let me show you this.
But what do you have to show?
I do have a sealed case. I'm pretty sure
there's one in there.
No promises, no guarantees, but I'm pretty sure there is a superfractor in this box.
Okay? Oh my gosh. Knowing you, man, it's probably in there.
I'm not going to open it. I'm not going to open it. I'm going to send it.
Open it.
I'm going to send this to BBCE. I'm going to get the BBCE wrap on it.
Oh no. Okay? Oh my God. And there's going to be oh my goodness. And there's going to be Dukes of Hazzard cards in there.
I know, right? There's going to be Star Trek cards in there. That's going to be the ultimate bit where I put Star Trek cards in there.
Oh, it's gonna be terrible. John, love to hear your take on Tatis collectors. Any value left in those cards? Well,
right now, no.
There are, but who's going to take them?
Right now, no, because
collector.
So this is what's so crazy about the baseball card market, right? People speculate on these dudes when they're in the minor leagues, like when they come straight out of high school in the minor leagues, playing like AA ball or whatever, and they speculate and they pay crazy prices for them, and they don't even know if they're going to be called up to the major leagues the upcoming season. Like I remember a couple years ago, who was that one dude for the Yankees that people spent like $100,000 on his superfractor? You know what I'm talking about? Was it like Jason Dominguez or somebody like that?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
I don't even know where that guy is right now. Is he playing in the major leagues? So guys like that,
Yankees,
and then
so I don't know.
I remember Tatis was super hot, and everybody's buying him. I owned a couple of Tatis rookie cards at one time back when I was all exclusively into sports, and they just make so many different rookie cards of these players. and they do all sorts of crazy, stupid things. It's like he got hurt in like a motorcycle accident, so that affected his cards. You know, like he got suspended, and you know the team doesn't make the playoffs, or he gets hurt or whatever. There's just so many variables that impact these card values, and I just can't believe that people are spending so much money on these cards when if he gets hurt in a motorcycle accident, he gets in trouble. If he gets traded to a bad team, he gets, you know, the values go down. If he gets suspended because he took some type of drug to treat what was his excuse? Do you know that story? He had like some type of pain or something like that, and he took a drug to treat it. And supposedly he didn't know that it was like a banned substance or something like that.
Oh no, I don't
Anyways,
know.
I don't like that type of volatility in my cards. That's why I like IPs of characters that don't get in trouble. You know what I mean? When you invest in like pop culture stuff, the worst thing that could happen would be if they stop making content or they make really bad content, which is very hard to do for some of these things, right? Or maybe the actor gets in trouble. Maybe the actor that plays a character gets in trouble or something like that, right? That's like the worst thing that can happen, but it doesn't happen that often. But in sports, it seems like there's always something bad that happens to these guys. And, you know, but here's the thing. To answer your question, John, currently there's no value in him, but as he comes back next year or comes back from suspension or whatever, whenever that is,
80 games later,
people will speculate and you'll see a pop in his prices.
Of course.
Just like when Zion was left for dead, right? When he didn't play all last season and everybody was dumping all his cards.
I feel like he's been gone for 2 years.
Yeah. Now people are excited about Zion and people are buying Zion cards. And if Zion comes out and he plays the way he did 2 years ago, I guarantee you those cards will pop and people will go crazy for that stuff too. So that's the game that you play with sports. It's speculation, right? It's speculation, and you gotta ride that wave when it comes, but you just don't know when it comes.
Speculation and hype.
Yeah. Definitely. So right now, if you think he's probably not even the bottom of his cards yet, to be honest, like because he's not going to play for 80 games. That's half the season. So we're not going to see him until next year.
Yes.
Sure. So, you know, you could probably pick up his cards in the, you know, towards the end of the season, maybe, you know, when everybody forgets about him, and then maybe you take a chance and he does well.
Definitely.
But I don't buy modern baseball cards, so I wouldn't know. All right.
Aaron, feed the gods. How much are those Topps Finest boxes, Dan?
I think they retail for $175 to $200.
Yep. Sam Bertola, GC, I'm surprised you don't have more interest in Pokemon. It is one of the biggest IPs in the world, bigger than Star Wars. Yep, we know, Sam. It's just so much to deal with.
I like Pokemon. I like the IP of Pokemon. I watched the TV show sometimes when I was a kid. I watched the movies and stuff like that. It's just that Pokemon is its own category, that it has its
own beast. Yeah,
it has such a steep learning curve that you really have to be focused on that stuff to understand it. I tried to get into Pokemon, and it was just way over my head, and I couldn't do it. You know what I mean?
And there's so many Pokemon dealers at the shows. I just let them take care of it, and I don't want to worry about Pokemon at the show.
Yeah. So it's just over my head in terms of what I can do with it from a card collecting perspective. But I do like Pokemon stuff for sure.
Jay, did you already talk about the CSG Gcg Marvel news? No,
I don't know what this news is, but I did watch Spidey Hits preview teaser announcement, but I don't know what it is. I'm assuming that
this is part of Justin had news with it too.
Yeah, I haven't watched his post on it, so I don't even know. So maybe somebody can fill me in. But I suspect that CGC is going to be grading Marvel cards that are not TCGs. I suspect that's what it is. I do know our friend Fausto. You remember Sketch Card Hive?
Yes,
Fausto. He's sketch cards.
He lives in my North Carolina, where I'm from.
Yeah, I think he just got hired as a consultant for CGC for their Marvel card department.
Oh wow, really? That's awesome.
So that's the news I heard.
Congrats.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Oh, Relax Outdoors from Google. The Pokemon Go level cap is level 50, increasing 10 levels from the previous level cap of 40. Set at the game's debut in the summer of 2016. That's right. It's when I first started, August 8th, 2022. So Merlin's getting close to cap. Let me show you guys here. Here I am. So as you can see, there's my character.
So you're almost a master trainer then.
Well,
right?
I've got to do a lot of tasks to get there.
Okay.
So, and
What's that
I've
little
been
Pokemon?
pretty slow.
What's that panda? That's your buddy?
Little buddy I walk with, yeah. So
okay, cool.
There's my little character, my little avatar.
Why does your character look Asian?
No, because I guess they all do. You know, it's just the anime. That's the best I can do to make them white, I guess.
Okay,
but
cool.
Make them look like me. So there you go. That's my character.
Awesome.
Axel C, what do you guys think is the best card show for soccer? Thanks. Brian's card show.
Yeah, I would say Brian.
The
Sunday League Investor, he has like a focus on his card shows in San Jose. I would say that's the one to go to. But if you're coming all the way from like New York, Axel, that's going to be hard for you.
I know.
So I mean, that's the only one that I know of, to be honest.
If you want to fly to the Bay Area, San Francisco area,
actually,
Axel didn't do it.
You know, an option that you might want to look into, Axel, is going over across the pond to London.
Ooh, yeah.
London has card shows. People make vlogs. I was watching this one night. Late night on YouTube. People make vlogs of the London card show or European card shows, and it's heavy soccer presence there. So maybe that might be a better option for you.
Good suggestion. Next Level Collecting 47. The original Galaxy sets for Star Wars are great. Some amazing artwork. So true.
Mm-hmm.
Feed the Gods Aaron was just trying to egg Dan on what's Ben's corner with that first comment.
Stop it. He's trying to rile me up.
CV Sports Cars. Neo got the Pedro Pascal you want. Make him tenderize the offer.
I know, but you know what? Right? He's trying to tenderize me because he wants my Han Solo auto. So we're trying to tenderize each other on that one.
You know what else I regret not getting in time either was the Frank Oz Yoda in time, and now it's like doubled in price.
Oh, has it?
Yeah.
That's the one you could have picked up in Chicago, right?
Yeah, for $2,500. No longer. It's gone too at that price. It's up to like $5,000.
Let's see here.
Because that's the original OG. And it's funny because Mama Breaks asked me too, what's the best Yoda autograph? And I told her it's the Frank Oz because he's the OG Yoda. JG, thoughts on Hero hybrid cards, physical DC trading cards, or redeemable NFT counterparts. It's funny you asked because there was a guy at the National looking. He was on a quest to find those at the National. I don't know if he found them, but that's all he was looking for. Dan,
I've seen some of the DC cards. They look pretty cool, to be honest. I don't know how the NFT component of it works. I don't know how that works, to be honest, but it's interesting. I can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to like merge the two worlds and whatever. But I don't know. I think it really depends on the artwork of the card and how collectible they become for it to hold any real value. You know what I mean? Like the NFT component, that to me is completely separate. Like I'm not into NFT space, so I don't collect that card. So it doesn't really appeal to me at all. But I can see how that could be like a bridge gap between the two worlds. You know what I mean? So it really depends on how those cards look. I haven't got into it myself. Maybe I should just get a box and rip it for fun or something. I don't know. I don't know how expensive these cards are, but
the hero cards.
Yeah, but I think there could be room there because DC really needs to have a really good product because their IP is so great. Like we talk about Marvel, Star Wars all the time. DC is just as good with Batman, Superman, Green Lantern, all those characters, Flash. They just don't have relevant content right now that makes them collectible.
No.
You know what I mean? Like the movies have been so bad. They're such a disaster. You know, they should just sell DC to Disney and let Disney make them. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that would be a conflict of interest. I think DC could have Marvel Studios and DC Studios and put the right people in place and blow that stuff up, to the moon. But incredible mismanagement with that IP right now, which is making it hard to collect those cards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they need a really good DC universe, and they don't have it. ACRC, what's up, guys? Thoughts on non-sports cards raising eyebrows, especially with super low pops? Love your content. Keep it up. Oh, definitely. Now we were calling it non-sports cards. Now we call it pop culture cards now, because that's where the universe is now with these cards, and they're all low, super low pops. That's what makes it so special and very popular.
Here's what I'll say about that, guys. Don't pay attention to the pop count, because they're low pops because nobody has graded these
exactly
yet, right? So they're all going to be like pop 1, under pop 10, whatever, right?
Exactly.
The pop count doesn't matter as much as the rarity of the card itself. So if it's numbered, pay attention to that. If it's not numbered, expect the pop counts to go up, because all it's going to take is some of these cards that have like some record-breaking sales or whatever, and then people are going to grade the crap out of them, and those pop counts will rise. So don't pay attention to pop counts. If you see like pop 1, pop 2, whatever, don't think that necessarily it's super rare. It just means that nobody's graded those cards yet. Okay, so just pay attention to how easy you can find that card somewhere else, and that's it. So that's what I'll say about that.
I mean, it's even the same with the vintage stuff, Dan.
The vintage stuff, like from the 90s? What are you talking about?
Well, yeah, I mean, anything. I mean, even things older, 90s, 80s, 70s.
I'll give you an example. Okay, so there's these Disney cards that I've been looking at from like 1992 or 3. They've been made by Impel. You've probably seen them. Okay,
is that the ones that kid brought to the National with the Mickey Mouse that were the PSA 10s?
Yeah. So those pop counts on those PSA 10s are like single digits right now, I think, and they look really cool. But if they were made in the 90s, there are hundreds of thousands of those cards sitting out there, and people just don't grade those, right? So just because they're low pop counts doesn't mean they're necessarily rare. You got to like look at them, look at like when they were produced, look at their numbered or anything like that, and see if you can find raw ones on eBay and things like that. And then that will kind of give you an idea of how rare these cards are. Okay, but don't be fooled by the pop counts. Because I used to be fooled by that. I used to be like, oh, pop 1, oh my god, it's so rare. It just means that maybe not a lot of people have graded those. You know what I mean? So if you can't find it, if you can find a raw version of it on eBay, it's not that rare, basically. Okay, but if you can't,
90s the exception. As everyone knows, 90s was called the junk wax era.
Yeah, but if you can't even find a raw one on eBay, it's probably a rare card.
We got next.
Sorry, I'm just going through this.
No worries. He's looking through it. Fred Madrid, should I just take a loss for Fernando Tatis Jr.? Well, for this year.
Well, I think he's saying if he should just sell out of the card. That's going to be a personal decision.
Or hold on to it.
Yeah, I mean, you could go a lot of different ways with this. Like, there's the school of thought, right? Where if you're buying a card just for investment purposes and the card has lost value and you don't want to hold on to it, you sell the card or you trade out of it, and then you get another card that can appreciate faster, where you can get your money back or you can make a profit on it. So that's one option, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. I do that a lot myself too. Another option would be that you do, if you're patient, then you have a really good card, then like a numbered rookie or something like that.
Yeah.
An RPA or whatever, then you can hold it and you just, weather the storm. And when he comes back, if you still believe in him as a player and he comes back stronger than ever, especially, after doing all those drugs, then maybe the card pops and you can make your profit there. So it just kind of depends on what your original intention with that card is, I would say. But what I do is I always buy cards or invest in cards that I don't mind holding onto for a while. I like to buy things that I like, so that even if there's bad news or something happens and the card loses value, I don't freak out and get rid of it. Okay. I got myself in a lot of trouble when I was just speculating on cards, buying cards just because I thought they were going to go up in value. And when they didn't go up in value, it made me sick to hold them and look at them. I just wanted to get rid of them, and I took a loss based off of that. So I try not to get myself in that situation anymore. So depending on what your situation is, hopefully that helps.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. that's kind of set me off. Okay, I'm gonna go on.
Oh my gosh, what just happened?
I'm gonna go on.
You just had like a brain fart.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on what bends my corner.
Oh my gosh.
Segment right now because Fred just kind of lit that match.
Oh my goodness.
And I'll make it quick, guys. I'll make this quick, but I think this is very, very good information. This is a good business lesson for you guys, or good life lesson. Okay, so I'm gonna get on my soapbox and I'm gonna preach. Just give me like 1 to 1.5 minutes. Okay, give me 90 seconds to get this out of my system here.
Okay.
All right. So many times you'll find yourself in a situation where somebody's asking, or you're having a conversation with somebody, or somebody's asking for your opinion, and you find yourself put in a position where you have to convince them of what what your thought process is, or what your belief is, right? Like if somebody's asking for advice, you might be put in a position where you're trying to convince them what you think is the best situation. Okay. And I've gotten to a point where I don't like to be in that situation anymore, because to me, trying to convince somebody is maybe not the best use of my time, because people are gonna what they really want to hear is, they either want to hear validation in what they believe, they want like encouragement on what the decision they've already made, okay, or they're going to hear what they want to hear only. So even if you give them sound advice coming from your own perspective, they're not necessarily going to that advice is not necessarily going to resonate with them, and they're just going to push back on you, and you're going to find yourself in a situation where you're just like arguing basically with this person. So I've kind of taken an approach now where I don't like to necessarily give what I think is the best advice for people to do. What I do is I just try to give my perspective, and hopefully that resonates with them in some way where they find value in that, and then they can make their own decision. Okay. But if you find yourself in a position where you're trying to convince somebody, or trying to be persuasive or anything like that to somebody, don't do it. It's going to be a waste of time, because from what I believe is, most people, they just want to hear what they want to hear. They want validation for what they've already made up in their mind. And if they don't get it, then they're going to push back on you. Okay. And I found myself, and the reason I bring this up is I found myself in a conversation where I was trying to defend the type of cards that I like to buy, Star Wars, this particular set, that particular set, to somebody else who did not understand that at all. And they just kept pushing back no matter what I told them, right, about it. And I just felt like it was just a poor use of my time. I felt like it was a wasted conversation. And I just think to myself, why did I even have that conversation? Because that person wasn't trying to hear anything I wanted to hear. They just wanted to be very selective, and they wanted to try to like push back and have an argument with me. And it was just a waste of time. Okay. That's
those people.
Yeah, so that's what really bends my corner. And then I see we're getting spammed here. So I got to put this person on.
One of our sponsors.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right. Next. Here we go.
Okay. Who we got? It's not the nude XLs. Raymond Ching. I wish there was a site that has a universal search for all pop counts from all the grading companies. Me too, man. You should make that app, dude.
Yeah, I think that would be interesting, because like I feel like other than PSA, pop counts we don't care about pop counts for BGS, SGC, CSG, whatever, right? Like it's only like PSA pop counts that really matter at this point. But that doesn't mean that there's no other cards of that particular slab or whatever that exists somewhere else. So I think that would be actually very helpful if somebody would be able to collect all that data and put it out there. Sam
Matola, who would be on your guys' Mount Rushmore for wrestling? Oh my goodness.
Well, first of all, we appreciate the donation, Sam.
Thank you, Sam.
That's the quickest way to get your chat highlighted and question answered here by giving us a donation to the channel. So we appreciate that. You go first, Merlin.
Oh, who would it be? It would definitely be how many people are on Rushmore? Four. So is it would it be 4 horsemen? No, definitely Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, The Rock and Steve Austin.
That would be my same one. It's so hard to pick like the Mount Rushmore because there's only 4, right? But wrestling spans, what is it, like 50, 60, 70 years of wrestling history out there, right?
Right.
Like
yeah.
if you were
that'd
really
be my generation. I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
If you were really picking the best wrestlers, you would want to have a generational span, right? You would want to pick like Bruno Sammartino. You would want to pick Andre the Giant. Then you want to, you know, Hulk Hogan and The Rock, and then John Cena, and then, you know, maybe even Roman Reigns, right? You would want to have that span. But if I'm picking like the best ones, I would pick the ones that have been most impactful of taking wrestling to where it is.
Another level.
And,
yep.
you know, up until basically Ric Flair was like was that classic, you know, 70s, 80 wrestler where he just gave crazy promos of him being like a playboy and like the best wrestler. Like he was real, right?
Yeah.
He just came off as like a really over the top, obnoxious, arrogant guy, but he backed it up because he was champion. So I would put him in that first golden age of wrestling.
Yeah, definitely good on the mic, good in the ring.
Then you have Hulk Hogan, who, you know, his character was over the top, like a cartoon character, you know, and he basically took wrestling from being like more like big tough guys to like that over the top gimmick character, right? Of like late 80s, early 90s stuff. So, and he's one of my personal favorites from childhood also. So I would put him there. And then if we look at where wrestling really went from being like for childish gimmicks to crazy attitude era, where kind of it has evolved today, you got to put The Rock and Stone Cold in that category because they go together. And then after that, there's really nobody that I would put in that category unless you want to put like, I mean, you could put The Undertaker, you could put John Cena, you could put some really good people, Shawn Michaels in there, but to me, those would be the four my favorites.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Good question.
Good one.
See, I mean, and this is very debatable. You put Ultimate Warrior, like David says Ultimate Warrior. We got Raymond that says Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, everybody, Andre the Giant. Everybody's got their favorite people, but for me, I watched wrestling the most from like 1990 to like 1997. That was like my golden age of viewing wrestling before I went to college and, you know, got out of it and stuff. So during those years, for me, it's Hulk Hogan. So I didn't actually grow up.
I just feel like those people just changed like the whole like the image of wrestling and everything. Like they took it to another level. Like they were like the Jordans and the LeBrons of wrestling.
I will say this. I did not grow up watching Ric Flair, so I was not a Ric Flair fan growing up. But now that I've been able to watch now that I've been able to watch his stuff on YouTube the last 5 years or so, I've grown to appreciate his body of work where I would put him up there as one of the top guys. But growing up like Hulk Hogan, Bret Hart, Ultimate Warrior, those were my Macho Man, Randy Savage, those were like my top guys growing up. And then transitioning over to the Attitude Era, The Rock, Stone Cold, and who else from the Attitude Era that I remember? I can't even remember anybody right now, but those were like my key guys. But looking back on it now, I would pick Flair, Hogan, Rock, Austin.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to take out one guy from Attitude Era, I would take out The Rock. I would put Austin over The Rock because Austin is like what made the Attitude Era to me.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
And I would switch out The Rock, and I would put probably I would put the I guess I'd have to put either I put the Undertaker in there. I put the Undertaker. But good question. Oh, Brock, man, somebody says Brock Lesnar. There's so many good ones. I like Brock Lesnar. I think Brock is pretty...
But it's just I'm just saying people like who were good at everything, like the mic, just their personalities, everything. It has to be like all of it.
Right.
They just changed everything.
Well,
their personalities were just as big as their ring work.
Yeah. Brock's mic work right now is
good. Yeah,
really good. They should have gave him that mic a long time
ago.
Right?
Yeah, so true. That is true.
Yeah, I'm loving his character right now.
I'm liking the good Brock.
Yeah,
the babyface Brock.
I know, right? It's great. Okay, let's move on from this here.
Pokey Holo Sports. Hey guys, I think the Burbank Show has potential to be our version of a Dallas show, even a Nationals. The Burbank Show will be huge. I wish Dan would be set up to sell so he can see for himself. I hope you're right, man. I mean, it's still here in Southern California, but I hope you're right.
Yeah, we'll see. The only reason I'm not setting up there is just because it's so close to our time here at the National, and I just need a break.
Yes, he does, man.
From it. But
he'll be okay, man. He'll be okay.
I'll be there. I'll be there for sure. You know, I might squat at a table and just open up my case. And, you know,
yeah, Dan still makes deals. He doesn't have the table to make a deal. He doesn't need it.
Yeah, so you know, we'll see.
There'll still be trade nights there. Shh, don't tell him.
Yeah. So if it's good, then you know, I'll set up at the next one for sure. Okay, let's just let me just highlight a couple ones here because they're complimenting me. So I just want to hear it. I just want
503 trading cards, Dan the man.
Yep.
Dan the merchant man, the man merch man.
Yes, I do have a merch store now, guys. I don't talk about it that much.
What?
I do. It's on my YouTube channel. There's a small link. You can buy some of my shirts that I've made. So go check it out, guys. Support me.
Will you put it in this description after the show?
I should. I'm so lazy to do it. But
I know you're so lazy.
I need to figure it out. But anyways, okay. So I think we got to all the comments here. Let's wrap this up. We've been going on a little bit long, guys. I'm sure people are tired of hearing us.
Yeah, please do. I'm gonna get some food. My girlfriend ordered some Thai food, so I'm gonna get some Thai food.
Awesome. Okay, closing thoughts. One thing I'll say, guys, and then I'll let Merlin close it out. We're still trying to get Merlin to 1,000 subscribers on Instagram, guys. So please subscribe to him. And if you've already subscribed, please tell your friends to subscribe. Please make fake accounts. We just need to get this man to 1,000 so that he can have his giveaway and he can do all the crazy stuff that he's promised us. And if you haven't done so, please like, subscribe our Instagrams also. Also, I am doing a Slab Mag 11K giveaway. 11,000 subscribers. Slab Mag has sponsored. They're going to give away 25 free Slab Mags. So go look for that promotion. Tag us. Do whatever they want on that promotion so that you guys can win that. I don't think there's a lot of people actually doing it. So take the time to do it, and then you can maybe get a couple of free Slab Mags out of the deal. Okay, guys? All right. Anything else, Merlin?
Yeah. So go to my site on YouTube. It doesn't matter. I know most of you are on Dan's site right now, but if you can, go to my site. When I get to 800, I think I'm at 725 or 727 right now. I'm going to give a lot of giveaways. Here's just some. Here's some of the giveaways. When I get to 800, I'll keep talking about it over and over again. So when I get to 800, well, there's some of the giveaways I'll give. I'll have a Kelly Clarkson rookie card here. I'm gonna give away some of the giveaways. I'll have a Jabba the Hutt PSA 9 giveaway.
Ooh.
I'm gonna have from the Galaxy Chrome sketch card. This is Sleeping Baby Yoda. I'll be giving away. Another thing here. This is I think this is a negative print. It comes with a certificate of authentication. This is actually this of this. So this, and it comes also with the COA. That'll be giving away with this. BTS Uno card graded. This is a rookie card. I'll be giving away. Beyonce rookie card from Top Trumps. I'll be giving away.
Wow, Beyonce.
Plus an entire set of Star Wars. What is this, Dan? This is like the Star Wars. This is like an 8-card set of Star Wars first covers or whatever wrapper set that I'm going to give away once we get 800. So it's like so many things.
Do it, guys. That's good stuff.
So this is good stuff. And I'll probably give more away, but this is some of the stuff I'm going to be giving away when I get to 800. So go to Merleworld Cards on YouTube and subscribe. So if you're not on my channel, go to my channel and just hit subscribe. When we get to 800, we'll be giving away some of this goodies and some more. I'll be giving more details on the next shows of Between Two Slabs.
Awesome. Okay, you guys, try to get that. I want that Grogu sketch card. I have to enter that.
That's from the Galaxy Chrome.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe he's giving that away, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so go check it out. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We'll go ahead and wrap it up now. Remember, next week, no show next week because I will be in space in the Galactic cruise.
He'll be in space.
But we will come back the following week, guys. So appreciate all the support. Thank you so much, guys.
And we'll see you in Burbank Cards, guys.
Yes. See you guys then.